6楼那个设备层用完了吗？
锁起来了，锁起来了。
锁掉了。
对啊。
Alright, it's currently almost 5. I haven't eaten shit all day, so we're about to meet up with my dad at this restaurant down a few blocks from where I'm staying. And we're gonna go get some grub. And the funny part is this place that we're going to, we've been before and we wanted to go back, but the thing was, when we went back the other day, the second we got there, well, we seen firefighters on the way, right, and thought nothing of it. And when we get there, we find out that it was their restaurant that I guess had a fire going on. We went back and checked the other day and they're up and running already, so we're headed back. Cool place about where I've been staying is this street. It's called Nanjing Beilu, and it's literally so close to, or let me not even say so close, you could see it as soon as I walked out. That is where all the fun is. It's a very active block, and one thing I've noticed in the past month that I've been here is traffic lights and just any sign, whatever, is literally just a prop. Like, this place is literally the embodiment of no cop, no stop, right? If there ain't no cop, nobody is stopping, and that's just how it is. I have been sick a little bit the past few days. There's some sort of version of pneumonia here. Yeah, I caught that shit, but 3 days we recovered, so it's all good. Feeling good. I do get tired from like walking up some fucking stairs though, so I do feel the toll on my respiratory, but it's all good. And another thing I noticed is the wiring here for all their electric wires, it's literally just everywhere. Like, honestly, it looks like a hazard to me, but I guess that's just how they do things around here. I'm coming up on the restaurant here. We're gonna get some beef noodle soup. Spent most of the day packing because today is my last day here. I did spend the whole month pretty much just exploring with my pops. It's been real. I must say, a lot of the things that we see about China in the States on media or whatever, it's not true. And this is the area right here. They was just on fire and it's all good now. 你好. So this is the restaurant that caught fire a week back, but it's all good now. 你吃什么? Yeah. My dad's eating some sort of it's like a Jingtangmian, which is just like plain broth soup, beef broth soup. I will say their beef broth here is amazing. And 没有什么。
你好，吃什么？进来坐，里面好坐来。
牛肉面没有。
对，没有。
哦，牛肉面。Yeah.
红烧还是清炒？
红烧。
那个青椒打吧。
So
各一1,000是吧？
红烧牛肉面。
红烧牛肉面，好。啊，可以了，别的都不用。
等一下，还有炒鸡毛菜。
炒个鸡毛菜就可以了。好的。
不要菜呀。
好的。还是一碗红烧牛肉面，那个小帅哥的啊。
有吗？他们不带。
卤蛋有了。
啊，加点油呀。2个。好的，可以的。
Cool. So, we just ordered a braised beef noodle soup, and I also got a tea egg with that, which I already know is gonna be killer because I had she let us try her beef soup last time, and amazing, so amazing. I will get a shot of the food once it gets here. But I'm surprised they cleaned up so quick though, because when we saw this place catch fire, they literally had they just came in and sprayed the shit out of the whole place. Yeah, so they did open. I think actually they didn't even just open, they opened like 5 days ago. But we kind of didn't want to come eat because it was like, you know, like they just reopened and it might be a whole mess in here. We didn't want to deal with that. Yeah, they just have all the ingredients right there. Or that's the condiments table. And the kitchen is back over there, which I believe is the part that actually caught on fire. We did talk to the manager who said it was upstairs problem. And somehow, I guess, whatever's upstairs had some safety hazards and caught fire, and it transferred to down here. But I don't know. He sounded like some cap. It sounded like they messed up back there and it caught fire. But who am I to judge? They're back open, right? All right. So the food just came, and this is what we're working with here. Looks pretty good. This is the egg that we added onto it. And, yeah, I'm about to dig into this. I'll give y'all first bite. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this, and we'll be back. It's been a while since I last ate, which is when I'm picking this back up. Where I ate was literally just down the street. I'm currently sitting in a corner down my block that I've been coming down pretty much every day. This block right here is the block that connects from, it's called the Bund. It's basically a giant river area where the main Shanghai towers are. And it's a very long street, which pretty much connects from all the way down there. Like, you can't even see how far that goes. All the way down there is just endless shopping centers. If we go the other way, we end up at the Bund. This way, actually, I like to call this side the food side, because the more you walk this way, the more food you just keep running into. Like, I mean, like right here, we've been going for like 5 seconds and there's already food. I'm pretty sure there's more food upstairs. But this right here is convenient, all right? So this right here is the subway / MRT / whatever, metro, if you want to call it that. And pretty much that's one of the openings where you can pretty much go anywhere the fuck you want. you know. Probably have to transfer lines, so any line you hop onto can get you anywhere else. Let's say the place you're trying to get off is like line 7 or something. This would be line 2. So if you hop on the line 2, then you would probably transfer to like a line 10 or whatever, which then transfers to line 7. I mean, it's not complicated at all, you know. We're just going through food everywhere. One thing about Shanghai I noticed, oh yeah, that too, there's just a bunch of small alleyways where you find gems. It's always bright out in Shanghai. Like right now you would think like, I don't know, it wouldn't look like this in like a few hours at 12 or like 1, but it's gonna keep looking like this the whole night. People are just out all night. Drinking's a big thing here, so 7 days a week people are out drinking, and you know, you got the munchies, you just go out, there's fucking food everywhere. It's not even like they close hella early or anything. It's anytime you want. You want like, what, beef noodle soup at like 5 in the morning, you got it, you know? It's the American food, or yeah, Western food that's expensive here. With what I get, or with what I pay for McDonald's here, I can get like, I could go all out with Chinese food. So like my typical McDonald's order here is like what, 68 bucks or 68 yuan here, which I can't even do the math right now, but less than like 8 bucks, right? But that 8 bucks I could get at like a Chinese restaurant, probably like 4, 5, 6 dishes of food with rice, you know. So sometimes it's not really worth it to get American food here, but like I can't really go without my fries, you know. So there's that. And it's actually so cold out right now, guys. It's been a consistent, I want to say 6 degrees Celsius here, which translates to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not that bad, but you'll just see everyone dressed like her, like an Eskimo. Honestly, the fashion here is pretty cool. Like, you don't see people in shorts and skirts and like crop tops and stuff. It's kind of just like everyone's got a real businessy look, if you will, with like trench coats and stuff like that, which I dig. Honestly, it's a change. I feel like there's much more stuff you could do with that. And actually, this wasn't even here the other day. There's a fucking giant ass Pikachu sitting on I don't know. They always have like random Pokemon just everywhere here for some reason. I think it might be a thing. Like it just randomly be on like Metro carts, or like you'll see like a Piplup on like, I don't know. They have like these little train thingies that people drive around. Yeah, I don't know. I fuck with it. I mean, speaking of Pokemon, you know what? This is just gonna prove my point right now. I see a little holographic of a Master Ball that I'm coming up upon here, and it's people getting pictures with the Gucci sign. I never really understood that. Like, I don't know. Maybe they own stocks or something. Pokemon everywhere, guys. I'm telling you, it's not even a joke. There's just Pokemon everywhere. And I don't exactly know what the fuck they're doing right now. But where's my boy Piplup? There's like a Charizard, right? Or Charizard, the fuck? A Charmander right there. There's like a Bulbasaur right there. I don't exactly know what's going on right here. I like it. It's cool. There's also a 24-hour cafe with nobody behind it. That's been a trend here. Like the first, I want to say 2 weeks of me being here, I didn't have Alipay, which is called 支付宝, and literally everyone uses that, and it's so convenient. I went into a McDonald's and I was standing there waiting for someone to like take my order or something. They were like, "We don't have a cashier." I was like, "What do you mean you don't have a cashier?" Like, "Oh yeah, you just scan this with your Alipay and then we get the order." My mind was kind of blown. Coming up on the food section here, there's so much food here, guys. It's actually insane. I wandered randomly into like a random food hall here. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way at this point, honestly. I think I am. I haven't gone this way in a while. Oh yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, so it's kind of like how Taiwan has like night markets, kind of, but it's not really like a night market. It'd just be like a bunch of food halls with like just a fuck ton of food in there. A lot of the places are about to close right now, or the food spots at least, because I believe most of the food are 小吃 areas, which just means small eats, directly translated. They don't close as late as like say a noodle stand on some random street or something like that. Usually everything on this block closes down by 11. It does die out here on this block, but not the other block, not down my block. Down my block is just back-to-back food, and like all of them are open for 24 hours. So literally for the past month, I've just been literally not sleeping. I've been going out hella late and just literally eating everything. I've been having a blast, man. But this is what I'm talking about. Shit like that in one of those halls right there. Just food everywhere. I'm about to show you what I mean right now. It's fucking insane. Damn. Alright guys, ready? This is what I'm talking about right here. This is one bit of it. Those are so good. Those are like they call them like thumb dumplings, and it's pretty much just like small bites to eat, you know. There's like all sorts of shit right here. There's like just food every fucking where. And that's not it. You go downstairs, instantly greeted by more octopus. I've been down here a few times. It's honestly not too packed right now, but food everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean literally everywhere. If we had this in LA, I'd be going crazy. Like imagine out on like a Friday night or something, or like hit the big blunt and then you get the munchies. Okay, let me just walk down the block and fucking get some grilled lamb or grilled octopus or fucking fried rice, dumplings, all sorts of baos you can have, pork, lamb, beef, whatever the fuck, fish, I mean like side dishes, drinks. And if you need battery, you're never gonna have a portable battery problem ever again. Like, oh, you're out of battery? Okay, let me just pay with my phone, Alipay real quick, and then one of these portables will just pop out and you're fucking good. Like, bro? It's endless, guys. And this is one spot. Literally one spot. Like, first time I came, I found this place. It literally felt like I was in like fucking Elden Ring or some shit, and I just stumbled across like a whole fucking underground universe type shit of just, oh, oxtail soup. Stop playing. There's hot pot hot pot anytime you want. Just out there, they have all sorts of stuff like lamb. There's pork blood, beef blood. Hey, yeah, just too much good food here. Too much good food. Desserts, got red bean soup, personal favorite of mine. I'm not gonna lie. Even more, there's like a noodle stand over here. Got the big head chef out in the front. Look at this, guys. A bowl of noodle is 19 yuan, right? $1 US translates to, I think as of today, it's 7 yuan and like 7 cents here. So you do the math. That's fucking like, that's $3 for a whole bowl of noodle. Like, where are you gonna find that anywhere else? That's actually insane. That's why eating burgers and fries here isn't really worth it. Because a burger and fries would be like 120 yuan here off the bat with no drink. And it's kind of like, why wouldn't I just do 19 for a whole thing of noodles and then like grab like a few kebabs, you know? But yeah, awesome. And there's a little candy store across the way. I'm not really down for any candy right now, but it's cool to see though. A lot of these buildings actually, I've been looking at them as I walk by. They all have a very, oof. That's a nice jacket. He's wearing like it's like an NBA logoed out jacket. A lot of these buildings are very old style, like classic looking buildings. And they are like, they literally, a lot of these buildings are like buildings that the government control. And they literally have signs on them that say, this is a government building and you can't alter the look or knock it down or anything like that. And that's how you get old ass looking buildings like this one right here. There's like a old fashioned ass like patio right there. And most of these buildings are all like Italian style or like built by British people and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it's cool because if you look at buildings in the US, they're all like ugly and just like square boxes, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really messing with those, but here we go. Like a lot of the buildings will have little like background plates. If you see right here, it says I don't know if you can see that. It says Shanghai government issued 23rd September 1999. It says it's a heritage architecture, which is what I was telling you about. And it's like that for like half the buildings on this block. It's almost kind of like blast from the past when you walk around here. Very similar to Taiwan. Yeah, I've noticed this too. Bunch of knockoff polo stores for some reason. I think people here fuck with polo. But it'd be like the dude's arm is in like different positions. Like this polo store would have his arm like this, and then the other one would have it like this, and then one would have it like this, you know? So it's kind of like, that shit fake as hell. I also went to this jazz club right here. It's called the Jazz at Lincoln Center. That shit was mid. Compared to like jazz clubs in Hollywood, like the Baked Potato or like Catalina and stuff like that, is really not it. Or at least the one I went to wasn't it, because it'd be like one guy is really good and then the rest of them are like nowhere near his level. And so usually if you have that in the band, you would want to like, if you're the really good guy, you would want to like tone it down a little bit, you know? So then the group synergy works. But we were over there and one guy was really good and he was just doing his thing, and then everyone else was just getting blown out. And it's kind of like, all right, you know, like, you don't gotta stunt on your homies. Like, this is a band. It almost sounded like it was like 4 bands going on at once. Like, this guy, and then there's this guy, and then this guy's all right, and then this guy's trash, and then they're all just doing their own things separately. That's just not how you run a band, you know? Back at the Pokemon gig here. They're still ripping shit off the... I still don't know what the fuck they're doing. Too bad they don't have a Piplup. I'd have been joining them right now. If we walk across this way, we hit the Bund, which usually is crowded as hell with tourists and everybody. There was one place I wanted to film that I didn't get to film yet. It's a place called People's Park, and it's hilarious because if you go during the daytime, there will be literally girls with their moms out with signs and posters and shit, and they'll be like, oh, we're looking for a husband for this girl. He needs to have like this level of degree, have like this type of job or whatever. And a lot of them would be like, oh, like, to initiate something with our girl, you need to pay us this amount or something up front. And it's almost like a just straight up transaction, which I found was pretty funny. But I think a lot of people do be down for that. I mean, if you want to get yourself a traditional girlfriend, you know, come to Shanghai with your credentials and your resume, and maybe you could passport bro yourself a real one. But yeah, maybe I'll go back and get a shot of that, because I was honestly dying. Me and my dad were just like reading the posters, and ooh, this girl just almost ate shit. It's really funny, guys. I've seen a lot of Europeans will be out there looking for wives and shit. Honestly, I think that's how you end up with a bunch of like white dudes with Asian girlfriends here. I think like they just be out here working, and then, you know, if you want a girl, just hit up People's Park. So you can see what's on the menu. Apple store here, and they actually have I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, well, you can't see it from here, but that right there says Huawei, which is they make telephones like Apple does, but the thing is, they way past us already. They got stuff that's more than 5G. They got 5G plus, which I don't even know what that means. I don't know if like you like call people in space or something. I don't know. Like, what does that even do at this point? Like, I thought 5G was pretty good. I don't really know what they could come up with more than 5G, but they did it. One more thing too. I realized that in a lot of Asian countries, they really gets down with the action figurines. And like, I mean, like, look at this. There's like a whole bunch of badass Naruto shit in there. That red guy right there is Itachi going Susanoo. It's Kakashi right next to it. Oh, and Gundams. Like, they really fuck with Gundam models. I guess that's like Chinese Transformers or something. Or it might be Japanese, I don't know. But Asian Transformers? I don't know. Got a giant figurine here. Yeah, just endless shit to do here, guys. And a lot of the times, you always find something new here. So this same street I've walked maybe like, I don't know, countless times. And every time I go into a random new like alleyway or corner or something like that, I always find something new. Like, there's always something I haven't seen yet. I don't know. This place is just really big. Like, I feel like China and America, they both have their good and bads, right? Like, we got complete freedom over there. Yes, that's great. We could do whatever the fuck we want. It's awesome. but that comes with safety problems sometimes. It comes with retards that just want to have us not have good things, you know. And here I feel like it's not the complete opposite, but it is the opposite, if you know what I mean. Like when you think communist, you don't think like it's actually some sort of freedom. And honestly, there really is. Like whatever you want to do, you can do. Just it's a little bit limited. But having that being limited also comes with infinite safety. Like you don't have to check your back every 5 seconds, like when you're walking down fucking downtown LA, you know. And nobody's on bullshit, because I mean, if you are and you get arrested, you're literally probably gonna, your homies are never gonna see you again, and they're like gonna be like, oh, where did William go? Oh, where did Andy go? Meanwhile, you're 6 feet deep, and you have been for like the past 3 months, you know. So crime ain't worth it here, which as a person that doesn't do crime, honestly, is not too bad. I feel like you should do the time if you do the crime, which appears to not be the case in recent times in fucking America, because there are just a bunch of people that want to rob shit because the government allows it. And that's just how it is. That's what comes with freedom, guys. But it's cool getting a different perspective of how people live out here. I have no idea what these fools are selling right here. Some sort of facial cream or whatnot. Also, Nike prices are jacked the hell up. I had to cut the video right there a little bit. Got a new SIM card in now, so won't be having that issue again. I'm walking back right now to my place. There are also a lot of cigarette shops, like this one right here, and they'll have always like white wine or rice wine, which is like baijiu. There's a few good eats here that I've enjoyed myself. This one right here is one of them. I don't even know what this place is called. This spot right here, I myself came about 3-4 times by myself and just went crazy. It'd be like 120 yuan. I'd be picking the hell out over there. Oh, actually, whoa, this street got dark real quick. This street, so I came from that street right there, but this is the 24-hour street, I like to call it, because a bunch of the food here is just open 24 hours at all times. Yeah, it's down there. All that light and funnery action is what I'm about to stroll down. There's a really good spot down there that they sell nyoro mian, which is beef noodle soup. Honestly, beef noodle soup has been the story of my trip here. It's a favorite of mine. You really can't go wrong with a nice beef noodle soup. And there's tons of it here. And they're all good. Some obviously better than others, but there's a few good ones down the street here. I believe this one's like a omelet making station. Noodle bar. Oh yeah, and this is basically China's version of Uber Eats right here. And they come with the quickness on their little mopeds. They're just pew 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 everywhere. And ooh, that is a spot where I can get beef noodle soup actually. I would right now, but I'm pretty full. She was telling me to go in and eat. A lot of restaurants like to do that. They'll have one person on the street just telling people to come in and eat. They'll be like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of good stuff here. Come in, try it, yada yada. They all look very welcoming. Like, there's just like a whole food hall. This one I believe is 24 hours as well. So is this one right here. I'm sure about to, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just rubbing. And this does not change even if it's 5 in the morning. It will still look like that. Just packed to the brim. This one too is not bad. They have a bunch of like beef stuff. It's like beef noodle soup. I tried a rice dish, it wasn't really that good, so rice probably isn't their specialty. But they do have really good ganguo, which is like just a dry roast pot, and it'll just be like beef in there and tofu and vegetables and all sorts of shit. Fruit stand. Oh, and fruits here, I don't know if like they don't use pesticides, which I'm saying is a really good thing. Fruits will go bad the next day here. Like, you get fruits today at like 11 p.m. By tomorrow morning, they're done. You can't eat them anymore. Which I like, because it's a little concerning how fruits in the States last through fucking rain, storms, sunny years. Okay, not years, but you know what I'm trying to say. You just leave them out there and they just don't go bad. Like, that's a little bit concerning, honestly. This area also connects to where I was earlier. So that's Huawei, which I was by the Apple store and all that. And this whole area is just, everything is connected, and it's like whatever you could possibly want to eat, just go down the block. Oh, and another funny thing I saw in the news was apparently China's trying to get on the takeover scene. I don't condone takeovers. I think it's really bad on the car scene. Brings a lot of unwanted eyes to the car community, which I think is not good for the people that actually bring it to the track and stuff and do it properly. But apparently they got knuckleheads out here too that are doing wheelies on mopeds and motorcycles and, you know, everything that we do in the States is here also. But jail time's pretty severe for that here. If you get caught like horsing around on your whip or whatever, no ifs, ands, or buts, 3 years jail time. Off rip. 3 years jail time, and you can't drive or ride indefinitely. So yo ass using the bus or taxi for the rest of your life. That makes LA look like some pussy shit. Cause the other day I was walking down my block and these dudes were talking about they were on some, I don't know what they were, Suzuki's or whatever. Decent bikes. They look like, I don't really know much about sports bikes like that, but they were talking about how they just dipped from the cops. And I'm like, bro, y'all got some balls, cause I am not trying to go to jail for 3 years and not be able to drive or ride indefinitely. That's a little depressing. I can't see myself doing that. Public transportation for life doesn't really sound fun.